Thank you for joining me this Sunday. I'm Ras Adibarazzi and these are tonight's headlines. 3 foreigners killed when landslide struck hill slope. Rivers in 4 states record highly polluted readings. And at least 22 dead in political rally bombing in Afghanistan. Assalamualaikum and it's good to see you again. 3 Myanmar nationals, including 2 women, died after a landslide buried their makeshift home in Cameron Highlands, Pahang, earlier today. The incident occurred at Kampung Tiga Terla around 3 a.m. during a heavy rain. State Fire and Rescue Department Deputy Director Muhammad Sani Harul said his team received a report on the incident around 11 a.m. Based on information gathered at the scene, the landslide from a slope struck the house, which was located at the bottom of the hill.
Dipercayai ketiga-tiga mangsa ini sedang tidur di sebuah pondok kediaman, rumah kongsi, dan runtuhan tersebut telah menghempap pondok tersebut yang menyebabkan berlakunya runtuhan di kawasan pondok tersebut. Kita dapati pada pagi tadi 2 mangsa wanita telah pun dikeluarkan oleh orang awam di kawasan tersebut dan mangsa terakhir telah ditemui oleh pasukan penyelamat pada jam 12.25 pagi dan dikeluarkan pada jam 1.20 petang.
The victims were identified as Tonton and Naing Vai, both 23 and 34-year-old Mu Ai. Their remains were sent to the Sultan Haja Kalsum Hospital at Tanah Rata, Cameron for post-mortem. It was understood that the Kongsi house was built illegally by the victims. The cause of the landslide is still being investigated. A man was badly injured after he fell when the plaster ceiling of a hotel in Kuala Lumpur collapsed earlier today. According to reports, the City Fire and Rescue Department were alerted about the incident at the lobby of Hilton Hotel, Jalan Stesen Central at about 3:40 p.m. It was believed that the collapse occurred during electrical repair works being conducted at the lobby area. The collapse of the ceiling involved an area measuring nearly 1,500 square feet, which caused the Bangladeshi worker to fall from a height of 40 feet. The victim, who suffered injury to his head, was treated on scene by an emergency response team before being sent to the University Malaya Medical Centre for further treatment. No other injuries were reported. In Terengganu, a customs officer was killed when his car skidded and landed in a ravine on Jalan Kuala Terengganu, Kuantan early today. In the 7 a.m. accident, 42-year-old Laili Rosli Yusof died on the spot after being thrown out of his car. He was believed to be on his way from Kemaman to Dungun when his Protonwira aerobag skidded. Police said the victim was on his way to attend a meeting at the Kuala Terengganu Customs Office. Firemen had to be called in to extricate the victim's body as it was pinned to the bottom of the car. His remains were sent to the Dungun Hospital for post-mortem. The case is being probed under the Road Transport Act 1987. Four states in Peninsular Malaysia have been categorized as highly polluted based on readings of their Water Quality Index. Water, Land and Natural Resources Minister Dr. Xavier Jayakumar said that the 4 states in question are Kelantan, Perak, Pahang and Kedah. Speaking at the National River Day celebration in Kuala Lumpur today, Dr. Xavier said the problem should not be the responsibility of his ministry alone. He further added that the participation and cooperation from non-governmental organisations, NGOs, as well as other relevant agencies are needed to become the eyes and ears of the authorities, so that stern action can be taken against culprits responsible for river pollution.
Sebab ini semua ada berkaitan dengan kekurangan hutan di kawasan-kawasan ini dengan pembukaan kawasan-kawasan baru untuk pembalakan di dalam negeri-negeri ini. Keadaan sungai mulakan dari negeri-negeri masing-masing. Dan kalau negeri tak bagi perhatian untuk keadaan sungai, kita di bawah, katakan di wilayah persekutuan, akan ada akibatnya selama-lamanya. Berapapun kita belanja di dalam wilayah persekutuan, kalau di upstream yang sungai di atas di hutan tidak dibersihkan dan tidak ada satu standard operating procedure di atas, kita akan ada kelemahan di bawah.
Dr. Xavier also said the river pollution in the Klang Valley is due to its high population and the lack of education towards preserving water resources.
We got to start educating our children about the importance of rivers from primary or even from tertiary, primary, every level. Yeah. I think that we have failed in this sector.
In order to find a solution to this issue, the minister stated that the Department of Irrigation and Drainage has implemented the Integrated River Management Program to ensure adequate clean water supply, environmental conservation and reduce flood risk. Also present at the event was Federal Territories Minister Khalid Abdul Samad. Meanwhile, Dr. Xavier also said that a committee has been formed by the government to look into the plastic recycling industry. This as an attempt to stop Malaysia from becoming a plastic waste dumping ground for other countries.
And we will come up with the progress report soon. But at present, there is ongoing enforcement in Kuala Langat and in Klang on those factories which are illegal. And also we have asked customs to look into those companies that are importing this recycled plastic from outside.
He revealed that the committee would come up with recommendations on how to prevent the problem from escalating, adding that the committee is chaired by the Housing and Local Government Ministry with involvement from other ministries as well. Dr. Xavier, however, did not specify how many ministries are involved in the committee. The second meeting of the first term of the 14th Parliament sitting will convene tomorrow and will last for 30 days until December 11th. The first order of the sitting is in the swearing-in ceremony of the newly appointed Port Dickson Member of Parliament, Datuk Sri Anwar Ibrahim. Datuk Sri Anwar is scheduled to take his oath as an elected MP at 10 a.m. The Parliament meeting will then proceed with debates on bills and other government affairs. On October 18th, the Prime Minister will table the mid-term review of the 11th Malaysia Plan RMK11 at 4 p.m, while debates will take place in the second week, followed by Minister's question and answer session in the third week. The tabling of the supply bill, the 2019 budget, will be held at 4 p.m. on November the 2nd, followed by the budget debate at policy level in the 4th and 5th week, which will subsequently be brought to the committee level during the 7th and 8th week. The last 2 days in the 9th week will be allocated for bills and other governmental affairs. The Dewan Negara or Senate sitting will then commence from December 3rd to December 20th. The parliamentary session this time will also see a change in the position of the seats for two Member of Parliaments, namely Jeli MP Datuk Sri Mustafa Muhammad and Kimanis MP Datuk Sri Anifa Aman, who left UMNO last September. This adds the number of independent MPs to 5 currently. Also, the government section will see an additional seat after Labuan MP Datuk Rosman Isli left UMNO 3 days ago to join Sabah's Warisan Party. Meanwhile, the parliamentary reforms agenda continues. In an interview, Dewan Rakyat Deputy Speaker Nga Ko Ming stressed that his priority would be to see that the Parliamentary Service Act 1963 is revived, a move that he is sure would enable the Parliament to become a truly independent institution.
supaya Parlimen bebas daripada campur tangan eksekutif. Dia ada bajet sendiri, dia ada juga kaki tangan sendiri, tidak lagi tertakluk kepada Jabatan Perdana Menteri. Apabila Parlimen bebas, makalah doktrin pengasingan kuasa yang termaktub dalam Perlembagaan Persekutuan dari impian menjadi realiti.
Initially known for being a loose cannon, the Teluk Intan MP is now widely praised for his calm demeanour in handling the Dewan Rakyat sitting during the last session. This time around, he is returning more determined to continue upholding the principles of democracy and the advice of the very leader he once criticised.
Tun memandang saya memandang dia. Dia beritahu saya, dia kata, you clearly can speak. Kamu memang petah bercakap. Sekarang saya letak kamu jadi speaker supaya kamu boleh kawal diri, disiplinkan diri dan disiplinkan orang lain. Dan yang paling penting, belajar menjadi neutral. Ini adalah nasihat atau petua yang diberi oleh Yang Amat Berhormat Perdana Menteri kepada saya. Dan ini saya simpan dalam hati dan akan ingat sampai bila-bila.
Another person he is grateful to, Ngah said, is his mother.
Saya kena berterima kasih pertama kepada ibu saya yang mengajar saya bahasa Melayu. Tiap-tiap malam dia duduk tepi saya, ajar saya. Saya lahir di Kelantan, besar di Sitiawan, Perak. Saya sekolah Cina tapi dapat A untuk bahasa Melayu. Rumah saya duduk tepi masjid. Tiap-tiap hari dengar azan. Dan saya penaja utama majlis berkatan beramai-ramai untuk banyak tahun, sehingga imam masjid tanya saya, "Wai Binga, jangan asyik jadi penaja bila nak jadi peserta."
Parti Keadilan Rakyat PKR Deputy President Datuk Seri Muhammad Azmin Ali described Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim's win in the recently concluded Port Dickson Parliamentary by-election as unique. He said the party's president-elect's victory shows that there is a trend of continuous support for PH among the rakyat.
Kemenangan ini juga ada satu kemenangan yang unik kerana kita mendapat sokongan yang padu daripada semua kaum yang ada di Port Dickson, dan ini menunjukkan satu trend sokongan yang baru dan keyakinan rakyat kepada Pakatan Harapan.
He added that PH's win in the by-election proves the rakyat's confidence in the new government under the leadership of Prime Minister Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad. The Economic Affairs Minister also extended his gratitude to the PH supporters and voters in Port Dickson for their contribution towards the party's victory in the polls. In other news, a 5-year-old boy is in critical condition with severe burns to his face after the house he was living in with his family caught fire earlier today. The incident, which occurred at 11 a.m. in Ulu Tiram, Johor, also caused 4 of his siblings to suffer burns on their body but have since been discharged from the hospital. The critical victim, Muhammad Firdaus M. Nasir, was receiving treatment at Sultan Ismail Hospital before he was transferred to the Sultanah Aminah Hospital for further treatment. His 4 siblings, who are aged between 18 months and 7 years old, were treated at the Sultan Ismail Hospital. According to their mother, Nur Farayu Muhammad Nurfia, she was downstairs with her husband when the upper floor of the house caught fire where the children were. The fire had caused 50% damage to the second floor of the house. Former executive editor of the New Straits Times, NST KP Warren, died early today after a 9-month battle with cancer. The 60-year-old's passing was announced by his wife, Sheila Singham, in a Facebook post published at 7:50 a.m. Warren, who had over 25 years of experience in the news and media industry, joined the NSTP in 1982 as a reporter and rose up the ranks to become NST chief editor and later executive editor until 2008. He won the Malaysian Journalist of the Year award twice and was a correspondent in numerous war zones, including Cambodia, Bosnia-Herzegovina, Sri Lanka and East Timor. During his colourful career as a journalist, he wrote enlightening articles and commentaries on the local political scene, foreign affairs and a wide range of issues. He also had columns dedicated to the diplomatic scene as well as to individuals who have had a positive impact on Malaysian society. Meanwhile, tributes by ex-colleagues and friends poured in on social media for the media veteran. Among them was from Media Prima Berhad News and Editorial Operations Executive Director Mustafa Kamil, who said Warren made significant contributions to the NST and conveyed the company's heartfelt condolences to Warren's family. Our deepest condolences to KP's family. Coming up, motorcyclist miraculously survives a heart-stopping crash. The details next. Adi Barazzi, and you're still with us on 7 Edition. DAP will call for a Central Executive Council CEC meeting this week to discuss the receiving of Datukship Award by some of its members. Its Secretary-General Lim Guan Eng said the action by the DAP members concerned in accepting the accolades did not reflect the true spirit of the party's struggle. Instead, it gave a wrong impression to the public, as it is hardly a year since DAP became part of the ruling government, and the party still needs to first prove itself to the people.
DAP Pakatan Harapan kita berlainan dengan Barisan Nasional. Kita mau berikan keutamaan untuk berkhidmat kepada rakyat. Jangan lupa, Kapasing tak mau gelaran, Lingkis yang tak mau gelaran. Mereka hanya nak berkhidmat untuk rakyat saja. Kalau kita boleh digelarkan sebagai yang berhormat, sudah cukup. Ini satu
Lim, who is also the Finance Minister, was commenting on the Melaka Datukship Awards conferred to Bandar Hilir Assemblyman Tay Kok Kiew and Bemban Assemblyman Wong Fort Pin yesterday. Last week, 2 Sabah DAP leaders, Stephen Wong and Frankie Poon, also conferred Datukship. In the meantime, the Finance Minister has cancelled a 7 million ringgit contract to replace the windows on the top 3 floors of his ministry building in Putrajaya with bulletproof glass. The bulletproof glass project was approved by the previous Barisan Nasional BN administration. Lim Guan Eng told a news portal that the move to replace the windows with the bulletproof glass was a waste of money. The 10th floor of the Finance Ministry housed the offices of the Deputy Secretaries General, while the 2 Finance Ministers and their deputies occupied the 11th floor and the 12th floor, had meeting rooms during the previous BN administration. The Finance Minister has been working on ways for the new government to save money after being saddled with an estimate 1 trillion ringgit in debt and liabilities, which the PH coalition has repeatedly blamed on the excesses of the previous administration. Now, here's something kids can look forward to during the upcoming school break. After entertaining over 2 million fans all over the world, the hit stage show Dora the Explorer Live, Search for the City of Lost Toys, is finally coming to Malaysia next month. Children will be able to join the adventurous young Latina girl as she embarks on another fun and educational quest to find her lost teddy bear, Osito, with her trusty map and backpack, as well as her close friends, including Boots and Diego.
So it is like watching Dora in Malay and learning English at the same time. But if you watch Dora in English, then you'll be learning Spanish at the same time. So in terms of this particular show that's going to be coming to Genting in November, we will try to include some elements of surprises as well as elements of localization.
Dora the Explorer teaches children to understand their role in a dynamic world, which makes the show popular among children and parents alike. The animated series, created in the US in the year 2000, has been translated into 25 languages and currently broadcast in over 100 countries around the world. The 90-minute live show by 14-strong cast and crew will be staged at the Genting Resorts World from November 24th to January 1st, 2019. For more information, visit their website at www.rwgenting.com. Now it's time for our My Game On segment, bringing you the latest eSports news. My Game On celebrated its first anniversary in style by bringing hundreds of Malaysian eSports fans to the PVP eSports Championship in Singapore. The tournament saw some of the biggest names in eSports fighting for their chance to win a total prize pool of $300,000. Wan Izul Islam has more.
Digital and My Game On recently held a contest to bring 200 lucky esports enthusiasts to the Suntec Convention Centre in Singapore for the tournament. Each successful contestant received an entry pass and a goodie bag for the tournament, powered by Singtel and Razer, as well as hotel accommodation and transportation.
Okay, so kita orang bawa dalam 200 lebih orang ke Suntec untuk Singtel PVP, which is powered by Singtel and Razer. Ni giveaway ni is sempena dengan My Game On punya first year anniversary. Kenapa kita orang buat benda ni? Is actually kita orang nak provide exposure dekat community. How is it like to be in an international punya event? Yeah, so nak bawa dia orang datang sini and yeah, experience lah.
Apart from experiencing an international esports tournament firsthand, fans also had the opportunity to meet with their favorite international professional esports players.
Well, I think it's really interesting. I get to meet a lot of my gamer friends here, and also the tournament is being held really nice. The stage is really grand, and I get to see a lot of my favorite Dota players there.
I do think that PvP eSports Championship is very good. And I got to win in so many giveaways. In fact, I just won myself a Wii yesterday, and I got to meet a lot of international players.
Held over the weekend, the sold-out tournament saw a crowd of over 3,000 visitors, with millions more viewing the live gameplay online. PvP Esports Championship saw players competing for a prize pool of $300,000 in 3 different gaming titles. Many professional Dota 2 teams were also invited to participate in the inaugural tournament, namely Team Secret, Team Fnatic and Team PSG LGD. The tournament also witnessed prominent AOV and Hearthstone players coming from North America, Taiwan and Vietnam.
Well, this is the first year we're doing this, and there is definitely a plan to continue to create a league out of that. We want to be able to engage the gamers, the millennials, to get into something that they are passionate about, and then to kind of understand and to meet their needs.
After 3 days of action-packed match plays, shocking defeats and surprised comebacks, Team Secret will crown the Dota 2 champions, winning a total of $80,000. In an exclusive interview with My Game On, Team Secret's captain Clement Ivanov, aka Pape, shared what's next for his team, hinting to Malaysians that they will soon be visiting the capital.
ESL Hamburg is going to be our next tournament, which is like another training ground for Kuala Lumpur Major, and we're going to try to win that. We're not trading, we're not experimenting. Experimenting is necessary in order to actually develop new drafts, and we'll try our best to win Hamburg.
Happy anniversary, My Game On! And there you have it for this week's segment of My Game On.
One Isul Islam, 7 edition.
Now let's take a look at our daily segment, Clickbait, on what's trending and making rounds in the cyber world today. Nothing spells miraculous airtime as much as this young lad's motorcycle accident as he leaves the scene without a scratch. The footage of the accident, which occurred on Saturday morning, has been making rounds online, naturally getting netizens talking. The footage shows the man speeding his way through the highway on the fast lane near the Bukit Tinggi exit at kilometre 42 of the Kuala Lumpur-Karak highway, when suddenly a smashed Honda City appeared parallel in his lane, forcing him to crash into the vehicle and be thrown off to the roadside. Pahang Traffic Investigation and Enforcement Department Chief Superintendent Kamarul Zaman Juso said the Honda City was switching lanes from right to left to give way to a vehicle behind him. But despite, after giving a signal, the Honda City swerved out of control after crashing into a Mazda CX-5, which appeared from an exit. Police said the driver of the Honda City suffered cuts and bruises, while the motorcyclist and the driver of the Mazda CX-5 were unhurt. Now he's one lucky fella, don't you think? Anyway, updated as of 7 p.m, here are the top trending topics and searches on the internet today.